Hello everybody and welcome back to Reading Reddit. Today's first story is called We're in a 100% vegan restaurant, so my son should be able to eat a McDonald's hamburger here. This story is by Reddit user Noan Oak. Let's get straight into the story, guys. So, a little bit of backstory. My sister owns a 100% vegan restaurant in Sitges, Spain, near Barcelona. And the restaurant's name is Spice Garden, for those who are wondering. She told me this little story of an entitled mother and her entitled kid coming in there to eat. When they come in, they seem like a normal people. A waiter hands them menus, and they start looking at them. Sometime later, the waiter comes back and asks if they're ready to order. Here's how the conversation went. Waiter, are you ready to order, ma'am? Entitled mother, we can't find anything tasty on this menu. Waiter, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do to help? Entitled mother, well, I was thinking I could get some burgers from McDonald's and come here to eat them, since we're already here. Waiter, I'm sorry ma'am, you're not allowed to take outside food with you into restaurants. And this is a vegan restaurant, so it wouldn't be good either way. You can leave if you'd like. Entitled mother, excuse me? I am your client, so I can eat what I want here. How dare you tell me not to do that? Waiter, ma'am, please don't argue. As I said, this is a vegan restaurant, and you're not allowed to bring outside food. If you don't leave in the next minute, I'll be forced to call the police. The entitled mother and her entitled kid leave the restaurant. I'm still weirded out to this day as to how that entitled mother would have the audacity to eat meat in a vegan restaurant. This next story is called Entitled Mum Confused About Escalators. This story is by a Reddit user, Growing YouTube Artist. So let's get straight into the story. Background. I was at the mall yesterday that has 2 floors. There's a middle section of the mall that has an up escalator and a down escalator, with a Starbucks store in the middle. However, the store is not that tall, so you can see the escalators on both sides. All I'm going to say is, I seriously hope what I saw was not real, but by the way people were staring, I think it was real. Characters. EM, entitled mum. SG, security guard. H, husband of the entitled mum. EM tries to walk up the down escalator, but can't get up the stairs. I'm about to say something, because I think she might be tired or distracted, and not realize what the hell is going on. But then, screams for SG. EM, why are these stairs preventing me from going upstairs? SG, that's the down escalator, ma'am. They're used for bringing people downstairs. EM, but I want to go upstairs. SG, take the escalator just over there, no more than 10 to 20 steps. EM, but that's too far. Why don't you change the direction of this escalator? It's too far to walk, and I have to go to my baby upstairs. SG, where is your child? EM, upstairs with my husband, duh. Now change the direction of this escalator. SG, I can't. EM, it won't be that hard. SG, you could have been upstairs by now if you just used the up escalator. Let's not waste any more time and go up the up escalator. EM, I want to speak to the manager. SG, he's literally going to say the same thing. H now appears at the top of the escalator, with the kid being neutral, going down the down escalator. H, honey, what's going on? EM, this man won't change the escalator. H, what do you mean? EM, the escalator is going the wrong way. H, there's another escalator right over there that are going up. EM, as if she sees it for the first time. Oh, thank you, honey. Goes to the escalator and rides up with the child. At this point, I leave, so I don't know what happens afterwards. This story is called Entitled Dad Tried to Take My Phone on a School Bus. This story is by Reddit user Mario7536. So I was just coming home from school, from a stressful day at school, on the school bus. We had 2 goddamn essays. My house is pretty far, so I'm usually one of the last people on the bus, so it's usually not that crowded whenever it's my turn to get off. Today though, was different, cause this new kid that got here about 2 weeks ago tapped me on the shoulder from the seat behind. Hey, what you playing on your phone? The kid said. Now the reason this kid was behind me was, whenever the bus was almost empty, the driver lets little kids go up the back, to see what it's like to be a high schooler. I replied back, just a stupid running game, Temple Run, I don't know why. And he said, can I play? Now I normally would let the kid play on my phone, because it would make him go away and be quiet. But today, I wasn't feeling like this, so I said, no. He then asked me again if he could play on my phone, and I told him again that he couldn't. His face went from kind of smile to a horrible frown. He sat down and didn't say a word for the rest of the bus ride. It was his turn to get off, and he stomped his way off to his mum, who was sitting at the front porch in a little chair. I guess he told her that I denied him his right of playing my phone, and she was furious. Right before the bus took off, she ran up to it and held the door. She stepped on the bus and yelled at her son, "Who told you that?" He sure enough yelled back at my seat number, and she flew down the aisle towards me. She screamed at me to give her my phone, but I refused and held it tight in my chest. Bus driver then caught her in a rage by grabbing her arms and pulling her back. She tried to break free, but luckily my bus driver was one of the gym teachers. He was pretty buff for late 40s. He pushed her off and closed the door right behind her. We then took off while the crazed mother ran after the bus. When it finally my turn to get off the bus, he apologized for not getting there sooner and asked if I was alright. She didn't really hurt me, but she did grip my arm tight. I got off and told my family about it, and most of them laughed. I shrugged it off, but I was curious about what would happen the next day. The next day I was called to the principal's office, where he told me what happened. He told me that the kid would be riding another bus from now on, and that the mum was arrested shortly after the whole thing went down, because the bus driver called 911 and reported the whole thing. Overall, I wouldn't be seeing that kid anymore. This story is called "How Dare You Do Your Job and Sweat." This story is by a Reddit user, Protein1. This was earlier last year, and disclaimer, not my story but my dad's, so details aren't perfect, but bear with me. I'm going to do this in a first person for the sake of the story. You know the drill, but I'm adding JP for jerk employer and UK for useless kid. This was at a popular gutter company, which I am not going to name for obvious reasons. Let's get on with it. For some context, I sweat a lot and try to control it, but it's kinda hard to do so. Okay, so I'm parking my truck in front of the house, and I had to block a bit of a driveway to do my job. Mind you, there was nowhere else to park, but not enough to where the EP and her UK could get out while I wasn't making the gutters. And I'm starting to sweat at this point, and EP comes out. The approximate conversation ensues below. Me: "Hello ma'am, I'm here to do your gutters today." EP: Hi, did you piss your pants?" Referring to the sweat. Me: What? No ma'am, it's sweat." EP: "Well, it's gross, you shouldn't have a job then, you pig." Me blinks sweat out of his eyes. EP: "Oh my god, you're blocking us in, we can't get out." Seeing where I'm parked at. Me: "I'm sorry ma'am, but I can't EP: "Me and my kid are stuck here, you pig, move your truck right now." Me: "Ma'am, I'll be done very soon, and there's nowhere else to park, so..." EP: "How dare you block us in, I'll get you fired." Me: "Whoa, but what?" EP: "Gry, you pig, I'm calling your supervisor." So she did. Keep in mind that I never saw the kid. Storm inside and called the supervisor. So I'm not sure if A, the supervisor came and told Dad to stop and someone else to do it, or B, Dad got shit on when he made it back to the warehouse, but either way, I know how it ends. So, I would have kept my job, seeing as I did absolutely nothing wrong, but this person pursued it, and I told them I did a bad job, and I gave her attitude, and that I looked like a pig sweating so much. So she gave me such a bad rep that JP actually believed her, fired me. I had trouble getting a job again because of that person, and JP believing her BS. This story is called "Ian Breaks My $200 Hockey Stick." This story is by Reddit user Chase Kia, so let's get straight into the story. Hi, some backstory. This happened about 4 months ago. I play ice hockey, and it's been my favourite sport since when I was 8 years old. I'm now 15 by the way. And I was at a family gathering at my parents' house. Me, who else? EM, entitled mother. EK, entitled brat, around 7 or 8 years old. MM is my mum. So I was sitting in my room playing Red Dead Redemption 2 because I was bored. Cue in EK. EK looks at my $200 hockey stick. "What's that?" Me: "Alright, that's my hockey stick." EK: "Can I play with it?" Me: "Oh no, it's $200, I don't want to break it." EK: "Please." Me: "Sorry kiddo, it's expensive." EK leaves my room with a pouty face. 5 minutes go by and then QE, I'm a crying brat. EM: "How dare you say mean things to my son?" Me in shock. Excuse me? EM. You said he's a beach. Me. No, I didn't. EM. Shut your mouth, young man. Let my kid take your stick. You don't even need it. I had it with this person. EMM. What the hell is going on in here? EM. Your son called my son something, and he whacked him with his stick. Yes, she called me a such and such. Me. What the hell? And then she breaks my hockey stick with her knee. This is when I go crazy. Me. What the hell, lady? That's it. You and your kid out of my son's room. I refuse. Me. You crazy person. Get the hell out of my room now. Pushes EK and EM out of my room. The rest of the night was okay. I just sat in my room playing Red Dead Redemption 2 till the family gathering is done. The next day, my mum told me that she is not allowing my family gatherings anymore due to calling me a such and such, false accusations, and breaking my expensive hockey stick. And my mum said that the lady is going to owe me that same $200 stick. I haven't seen her or her entitled kid ever since. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Reading Reddit. Make sure you like and subscribe if you'd like to see more episodes in the future. Leave some comments down below and enjoy the rest of their videos. Thank you guys for watching.